guys, welcome back to ASMR Soldier. We are this close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, the goal. So please go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. To all the Patreons, thank you for all your support and all your love. For all the subscribers, new and old, I also thank you. Today's topic, we're going to briefly discuss why people quit. Why people quit on their marriages. Why people quit on fitness. Why they quit in school. And sometimes why they quit in life. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I think the number one reason people quit is because they've reached a point where it's diminishing returns. You know what I mean by that is they're just giving and giving and giving and putting effort forward and putting effort forward, and they're not seeing the results, right? The fruits of their labor. They're not seeing this, so this would drive anybody to quit or to just give up. So I think that's a big reason why. That's probably one of them, and I think there's sub-components to that one, right? For example, we live in a generation and in a time in our lives and in the world where everything is so fast, right? We have fast food, right? Fast internet, fast travel through air, sea, and land. And it seems that our brains have been rewired for instant gratification and instant pleasure, instant results. And unfortunately, that's not the way it works with, I'm going to say, anything. Alright, if there's, let's go into fitness, right, because that's like one of my favorite topics. If you're trying to lose weight and build some muscle, or whatever your goal is, if you're trying to run faster, or if you're trying to lift heavier, you're not going to be able to achieve a certain goal overnight or even in a month, okay? I'll give you an example. I had an old soldier of mine who got out of the army years ago, and he gained a significant amount of weight, right? Very significant. So he started reaching out to me and asking me for fitness tips and nutritional tips. And I'd say in about 8 months, he started to see I started to notice very drastic changes in his physique, right? He was a very big individual, very close to 300 pounds, and now I think he's down to maybe 220, 230, roughly, but he's got some muscle now, and he's got some definition, but now he's getting towards that last little bit of the race where he has some extra skin and a little bit of stubborn, body fat that just won't go away. And I keep telling him, I'm like, look, man, stick to the plan. Right, in 1 month you lost X pounds. In 2 months you lost X pounds. When you started you couldn't bench 135 and now you're benching almost 225. It takes time, right? Progress. Great things take time. And I think if you make a little bit of progress every single day, you're moving in the right direction. Okay, so I think that's one of the subcomponents of our first one, right? People want instant results, and it doesn't work that way. Even with marriages, if there's something wrong in your marriage, communication, lack of intimacy, whatever it is, finances, whatever, you need to give your spouse, some time to correct whatever it is that needs to be corrected, right? So people in marriages, they get into fights, arguments, financial arguments. You're at work all the time, you're never home, you don't spend enough time with me, or you're always home, whatever the case is. And people expect to change overnight and correct issues overnight, and it doesn't work that way. So I think those were probably some of the biggest reasons why people quit, right? They just want instant results, instant now, and it doesn't work that way. I think another one, this is a pretty big one, is people set very unrealistic goals when it comes to whatever it is they're trying to achieve. Right? If, excuse me, I'm gonna take it back to fitness, okay? I used to be a pretty fast runner. I used to run 2 miles in about 14 minutes and 5 seconds, right? That's pretty fast, you know, for the army. For the army, that's okay. That's pretty good standards. But it took me a long time to get there. And it took me discipline and patience. And it took me realizing that I wasn't going to get there in a month, right? So setting an unrealistic expectation for that would be, if I want to start today running faster, and my 2 mile run time is, let's say, 18 minutes, because that's actually what it is. And I say, man, I want to get back to 14 minutes. And I say, I'm going to do it in 2 weeks, I'm going to shave 4 minutes out of my run time. You know, I could probably do it, but I'm going to hurt myself. And I'm going to go about it in an unsafe and unhealthy manner. So, setting realistic goals and expectations to reach what you want to do, what you want to do is going to really, oh no, that's the AC outside, it's going to really help you stick to it. But you have to set realistic goals, right? And you got to start with baby steps. You know, I would say, for example, oh man, I'm going to go from 18 minutes, you know, to maybe 17, 20, right? I'm going to try to shave off 30 or 40 seconds. And once you get there, you try to maintain that, right? Because it could be a fluke, or maybe you could just be on it that day. And you want to, the next goal is, okay, I want to shave another 30 seconds, so I want to run 16 minutes and 50 seconds. And then you want to maintain that. So setting realistic goals and expectations within a reasonable time frame is going to help people stick the course, stick on track, keep on track, and not just give up because they didn't achieve the results that they wanted right away. Other reasons are, you know, just life stressors, you know, being overwhelmed and taking too much of a load just themselves. That could be a big significant factor as well. If I've got so much going on at work, so much going on at home, so much going on at the gym, so much going on in my marriage, and with my son, and with this and with that, it really starts to pile on, and it can become overwhelming. So you have to find, you know, little blocks of time where you could dedicate just to that specific thing, right? For me, I've been in the military 12 years, so as soon as I get in the car and I'm driving home, I'll listen to a podcast, I'll listen to some music, whatever. As soon as I walk through my front door, I disconnect. I don't think about work. I don't think about what I have to do tomorrow unless it's like very important, like if I'm going on deployment or if I'm going to the field and I have to gather some of my equipment, right, to get it ready. I'll do that, but I'm not going to stress about what happened at work. I'm not going to stress about, you know, did I satisfy this goal or this need or this task? Because it becomes very toxic, and it becomes toxic for my home, for my wife. So I try to leave work at work. When I go to work, I try to leave home at home. You know, my personal business, whatever my wife and I have going on, whatever we talk about, stays here unless it has to do with the military because she's also in the military. So you have to oh my god, I'm having a hard time saying this word. Compartmentalize, compartmentalize your life, right? You could have your coworkers, your friends, your family, your work, your home life, whatever else. So you need to be able to do things like that, and that's gonna kind of keep you on track, okay? And not being overwhelmed, overburdened, and overstressed, because when we have so much going on, it's sometimes very hard to stay focused on track. So, guys, this has been a short video. I just wanted to quickly follow up my previous video about, don't quit, and, the holiday seasons are coming up, and obviously, it's a time where a lot of people, military and civilian, they go through a hard time, okay, and I'm just doing a follow-up, kind of explaining some of the reasons I think why people quit. And I don't just mean in like work or fitness, I mean quit in life, and then they do something drastic where they hurt themselves, and then other people feel that loss, and it's never good when someone does that to themselves. So, guys, if you need to reach out to somebody and talk to somebody, I will link the number to the suicide hotline, because you may not feel like it. It may not seem to you that someone's gonna miss you. But listen to me, I promise you, you're gonna be missed. Somebody is gonna grieve, and somebody is gonna cry if you do something drastic. So these holiday seasons, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lonely, if you're going through some stuff, call somebody, alright? You don't have to go through it alone. I promise you, you don't. That's probably another one. People think they could do things on their own. Everybody needs help. Okay? Myself, you, everybody. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone, get a hold of somebody. You guys have been amazing. And thank you for all the love and the support. And remember, I've got your 6.